Hi everyone, this is Santosh Kumar DK, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Canara Engineering College, Mangaluru. I am going to discuss Computer Organization course with subject code 18CS34. In this course, we'll study the organization of the digital computer, the peripheral connections, memory organization, and also the little bit discussion about ALU and CU working. The study material regarding this course is available on the given website. Hi all, in this video we will discuss module number 4, arithmetic. In the previous videos we have already seen numbers and arithmetic operation, addition and subtraction of signed numbers, designing of fast adders, multiplication. In multiplication we have seen multiplication of positive number and signed numbers. In this video we will see fast multiplication. Fast multiplication of both signed and unsigned numbers we will discuss. In fast multiplication, there are two techniques which is discussed in this video. One is bit pair, which is also called as the extended Booth algorithm, and the other one is carry save addition. The adder what we have constructed in the previous video, on the same adder we will be using for multiplication purpose to speed up the task. Let's see what is bit pair multiplication, why it is called extended Booth algorithm. As like the Booth algorithm, it's going to have 4 steps, but here recoding will be little different compared to Booth algorithm. Rest all the steps are same like a Booth algorithm. The first step goes like this. As like a Booth algorithm, first step is to initialize M and Q, and after that what you have to do is, if M and Q any one is negative or both are negative, first job is to find the 2's complement of those binary numbers. Then find the recoded multiplier as like Booth, but here there is a different truth table you have to refer. It is not a Booth truth table, it's a different truth table where we will be considering a pair of 3 bits. In the previous case, we will be considering pair of 2 bits. In this, we are going to consider pair of 3 bits. That is the one changes in this algorithm. And the second changes is, after every partial product, we have a habit of shifting 1 bit towards left. But here what we are going to do is, we have to shift 2 bits. That is the one more thing. We have to shift 2 bits in each partial product. And these two are the changes you have to remember, and rest all are kind of similar like Booth algorithm. Let's see bit pair algorithms recoding truth table. In this, what we are having is, compared to Booth, in Booth we were having only 2 bits, previous value and the current value, and here we are having next value. There are 3 bits here. So based on that, the truth table is designed. As like Booth, when all the bits are same, it is 0, and all the bits are same, the result will be 0. And on the next cases, the values will change. When the previous bit is 1 and the next 2 bits are 0, then it's going to be multiplied with positive 1. When the next bit is 0, current bit is 1 and previous bit is 0, then also it's going to be multiplied with multiplicand is multiplied with 1. Next, when previous bit is 1 and current bit is 1 and next bit is 0, then it's going to be multiplied with plus 2. It means the double of the given number, the double of the given multiplicand. When next bit is 1 and previous 2 bits are 0, then it's going to be multiplied with negative 2. And when next bit is 1 and previous bit is 1 and current bit is 0, then it's going to be multiplied with minus 1. And when current and next bit is 1 and previous bit is 0, then it's going to be multiplied with minus 1. As I said, when all the bits are same, it's going to be multiplied with 0. Simple way to remember is from 1 to 3 in binary, it is 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. It is plus, plus, plus. It means plus 1, plus 1. The addition of these two is 2. And from 4 to 6, that is 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1 and 1, 1, 0. It is minus 2, minus 1, minus 1. The reverse of the previous. That's it. This is the easy way to remember this truth table. Next we will see how to perform the recoding of this multiplier Q. So here in the previous Booth algorithm, we were adding only extra implied 0. But here what we have to do is we have to add one more extra bit on the beginning. In the beginning what we are doing is we are going to extend the sign bit. Consider the sign of this number is 1. It means it's a negative number. So what you have to do is you have to extend it as it is. If the sign of the bit is 0, then it will become 0. But here the sign of this bit is 1. That's why I have extended to 1. It's a just simple example. And now what I will do, I am going to group them into 3. Considering the implied 0 and current bit 0 and the next bit 1, I am going to group them and 1, 0, 0. From the truth table, what we had, it is minus 2. Next, previous bit, current bit and next bit 1, 0, 1, it is having minus 1. And when all the bits are same, then it is 0. This is how we are going to recode the given multiplier. As like Booth multiplication, here also we will see all 4 cases for the same example. First I will go with positive multiplicand and positive multiplier. So where when it comes to positive multiplicand and positive multiplier, first take a number, both are positive, no need to go for a 2's complement of the number, write as it is, as like Booth algorithm. Now when you are applying a recoding, you have to add 2 bits. One is implied 0 and one more is sign bit extension. This is the sign bit extension which is same as the sign bit before. This is the sign bit. You should know, like these are all the 4 bits which are made to make up with this 4-bit number. And this is the sign bit. It's going to tell it's a positive number, and this is the sign bit, it's going to tell it's a positive number. So the same sign bit is extended here. Now make a group of 3. 1, 0, 0, as we have already seen, it's minus 2, and 0, 1, 1, it is plus 2, and when all are same, it's 0. This is what is the new multiplier is. Next we will see how to multiply. This is the M and this is the new multiplier Q dash. Now we'll see how to perform the operation. So now when you are going to do this, so this is minus 2. So how to get minus 2 here? So first when you are having a M, so when you multiplied it with 2, it will be a double of that. It means if it is 13, it should be a 26. Then first what you have to do is find 26 in binary. So this is 2m. So how to get this 2m? Either you have to multiply that by 2, or else the simple technique is, you can see here this is 1, 1, 0, 1. You ignore this part now, don't consider this part. Now only consider 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. This is what is 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. This is 13. So add additional 0 at the LSB, that will become 26. For any number, if you want to double that number in binary, add a 0 in the LSB to that number, it will become a double of that number. If you want to divide that number by 2, then remove the LSB 1, then it will become division of 2. That is the one beautiful thing which even we have discussed in the shift instruction. When it is a left shift, it is a multiplication. When it is a right shift, it's a division. So now I have performed the left shift. I have shifted 1 bit towards left and I added 0. This has become double of it. You need not to use calculator to find 26 and binary version of it and then write. No need to do that. Just add additional 0 over here, then this will become a 26. And now you should know negative version of this 26 also, because you are multiplying a positive 13 with a negative 2. It means it is negative 26. How to find negative 26? It's easy. Find the 2's complement of 26 what we are having here. So as like I have told you with a shortcut, keep until 1 as it is, and after that you have to find the 1's complement of the remaining bits. So we got this minus 2m. Now you have to write the answer in the first partial product. Now I am multiplying 13 with minus 2, that is minus 26. I have got minus 26 here, and now I am writing it. And as like before in the Booth algorithm, the sign bit of that, you can notice this is a negative 26, that's why sign bit of that is set to 1. So now what you have to do, you have to extend the remaining bits as like Booth algorithm. You have to extend sign bit as like Booth algorithm. And next I am having positive 2, that is 13 into 2, 26. I have an answer over here. Directly I will write, but there is one more rule. After this there is one more rule. In previous case we used to leave 2 spaces over here. One space we are going to leave, but here you have to leave 2 spaces. You should not start with this position. You should start with this position here. That is the one more rule of the bit pair. Now you can see this is 26, and 26 is having a positive sign, so we are going to extend it with the zeros. Next I am having 0, again leave 2 space and write zeros. After that final product. So final product is write 0, 1, 1 and 0 is 1, 1, 0, 1 and 1 is 0, and carry is 1, 1 plus 2 it is 3, 1 carry is 1, so 1 plus 1 is 0 and carry is 1, 1 plus 1 is 0, carry is 1, 1 plus 1 is 0, carry is 1, but we are going to consider only 2 n bits. This is what is the product of 13 into 6, which is again 78, 2 plus 4 plus 8, 14 plus 64, 78, we got it. So compared to Booth algorithm, this is going to be done in the 3 stages. It is not going with a, as like Booth, it is not going to take n stages, it's going to go with the divide n by 2 stages. That is why it is called fast multiplication technique. Let's see the next version. The next version is positive multiplicand, negative multiplier. So I got down negative 6, so I have to find the 2's complement of it, and after finding the 2's complement of it, I have to apply a recoding algorithm. So in the recoding algorithm, what I am doing, I have extended the implied, I have added the implied 0 as like before, and I have extended the sign bit. Now you can see sign bit is 1 and it is extended to 1. Now let's make a group of it like as before. It's 0 0 1 or 1 0 0. According to truth table it is minus 2, and 1 0 1 it is minus 1, and all bits are same, it's 0. Now let's find the product of 13 and negative 6. Now the new multiplier is 0, minus 1 and minus 2. Please remember, mention the sign of the new multiplier. Don't forget to leave it, because if you forget to leave it, then the answer will be different. You have to mark, even though it's positive, you have to mark positive. If it is negative, you have to mark negative. Don't leave the sign when it is Q dash. Next we will see, as like before, it is 13. If you are going to multiply with 13 with the 2, it will become negative 26. I have told you in the previous how to find negative 26. And now I am having a multiplication with the negative 1 also. It should be a 2's complement of 13. So this also we have seen how to get this 2's complement of a given number in the previous discussion. So now I am having 2m, minus 2m and m, but I will use only minus 2m and m. 2m I have written just to get the 2's complement of the minus 2m. Next, if you multiply 13 with minus 2, the answer will be negative 26. So this is what I have written, and the sign bit of that is 1, so extension will be 1s. Next, you have to leave 2-bit space, then you write negative 13. This is negative 13, and sign bit of that is also 1, so extension will be 1 1. Now 0, write 0 and find the final product. 0 it is 1, 1 plus 1 is 0, carry is 1, and now 1 plus 1 is again 0, carry is 1, 0 is there, carry is written as it is, and 1 as it is. 1 plus 1 is 0, carry is 1, 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1 is 3, carry is 1, and again 2 plus 1 is 3, 1, and carry is 1, again 2 plus 1 is 3, 1, carry is 1. We will stop, we will ignore carry over here because we are considering only 2n bits. This is negative 78. Let's see the next case. In this case, now multiplicand is negative, multiplier is positive. So you have to find the 2's complement of multiplicand. And again, just like a case 1, you have to find the new q for 6. It will be negative 0, positive 2, negative 2. And now apply the algorithm to find the product. As like before, first your job is to write down 2m and negative 2m. It will be good. Otherwise, you will take a lot of time to complete the task. So what you have to do here is, first you multiply negative 13 with negative 2. What is the answer when you multiply negative 13 with negative 2? So it is of course positive 26. So that is why you can see I have written on the negative 2m minus 13 into minus 2, it is positive 26. Now negative 2m is positive 26 and negative 13 into positive 2 is, it is now negative 26. So this is the changes I made it, because when you are multiplying negative into negative, the answer will be positive, and when you are multiplying negative into positive, answer will be negative. Now I should write positive 26 over here, and the sign of that number is 0, so remaining all bits will be set to 0. Next, we are having positive 2, that is negative 26. I have written negative 26, and what I have done, I have written the sign bit extension. Next, 0 will write as it is, and let me find the final product. 0, 1, 0, it is 0 and carry is 1, and it is 3, 1 here and carry is 1. I have written 1 here, 0, 1, 1, 1. So this is negative 78 again with the case negative multiplicand and positive multiplier. Let's see the last case, negative multiplicand and negative multiplier, when both are negative. Here you can see multiplicand 13 is also negative, multiplicand 6 is also negative. As per the rule, first you have to find the 2's complement of the negative values. Then apply the new, find the new q by applying a bit pair recoding technique. So now in implied 0 and extended sign bit is added. It is just like case 2. I am going to get minus 2, minus 1 and 0. Now again find 2m and minus 2m and minus m. Now again, as per previous discussion, we have seen when you are having a negative m, already value is in negative, and when you multiply that with a negative 2, it will become positive 26, and the 2m will be negative 26, and when you multiply negative 13 with negative 1, answer of negative m will be positive 13. These are all the key factors you have to remember. This looks, these things look simple, but because of these things only you will end up with a wrong answer. So let's write positive 26 on the first partial product, and sign bit is 0, it's extended. And next what we are writing, positive 13, because it is negative 13 is multiplied with negative 1, so positive 13. And what we are doing over here, and we are writing a extension of the same. Then we will be writing 0. Let's find the final product. The final product will be 0, 1, 1, 1. 1 1 is 1 0, it's 0 here, 1 is carry, and 1 is 1 0, 1 is here, 1 is carry, carry is written here, and rest all will be 0. This is what is positive 78 with negative multiplicand and negative multiplier in bit pair extended Booth algorithm. Let's see the another technique, carry save addition of summands, where this works only for positive multiplier and positive multiplicand, just like sequential multiplication, but it's going to go with a simple technique as like our school day technique. But here what we are going to do is we are going to group we will try to group the summands in 3, and we will be performing repeated task. The rules is like this: group the summands in 3 and perform the carry save addition on each of these in parallel and generate a set of sums and carries vector in one full adder delay. It means here job is to speed up the task. So what we are doing to do that, we are going to group them and we will be performing the task parallelly, so that all the tasks can be done in a given time. Group all of the sum and carry vectors whatever we have taken into 3 again. First you have to group the partial products, then you have to group the sum and carry and perform the carry save addition on them. Like it's a repeated task. First you target the partial product, then you target the sum and carry, and generate a further set of sum and carry again until you will get final only sum and carry, only 2. Until you can group 3 groups, you have to do this task repeatedly and continue with this process. There are only 2 vectors, that is left out vector should be sum and carry. It should not be sub sums, sub carries, and they can be added in the ripple carry adder. We have seen already, we have designed a ripple carry adder or carry look ahead adder. We have designed these things. So with the help of this we can add these things. So we need not to design again a new circuit for this. We have already designed the circuit for ripple carry or carry look ahead. So we can make use of the same circuits. See, carry save addition is going to go with a ripple carry adder. This we have already seen, connecting the multiple full adders to perform the n bit addition. So here what we are doing is, there we were passing x and y as the input to this full adder. Now what we did, we added a multiplication before the addition, that is m0 and q1, m1 and q0, where we need a AND gate support, and the first partial product does not require any addition. So that's why what we are going doing is directly we will be taking the answer of the AND gate as a partial product. And similarly we will be taking for each bit, this is discussed for 4 bit, and we will be taking for each bit and we will be adding the full adders for each bit, and the previous full adders carry will be given as an input to the next full adder, and along with that carry it's going to consider the summation, just like as we added till now. And this is we have discussed, and in each stage we are going to get a partial product, and final, if there is any extra carry, that will be the last. So I said it is for 4 bit multiplication, so always answer should be in 2 into n. So it means if it is 4, it should be 8 bit, so it is having 8 bit. The same with respect to lock ahead carry. This is a circuit for lock ahead carry, and the same input will be given, same task of giving a carry input to the next level and proceeding. Now we will see the example. One example, this is the one standard example. So we are going to multiply 45 with 63 and we will be getting the answer 2835. So how to make use of carry save addition while doing this multiplication. Let's take up the binary version of them. As I said, this is going to applicable only for positive operands. It's not going to support negative operands. Now, first take up the number 63 means all 6 bits will be 1 and 45 means 101, 101. Now take up 45, multiply with 1, I will be getting 45. Just like a school day technique, I will be multiplying till all the 6 stages, each partial product, and I got an answer. Now what I am doing here is to explain, I am naming these partial products as the first partial product as A, second one is B, third one is C, and fourth one is D, and fifth one is E, and the final one is F. So these are all the partial products at each stage. Now by naming these things A, B, C, D, E, F, so what I will do is I will group A, B, C and D, E, F. As per the rule, it says group 3 partial products and find the sub sum and sub carry. So that is what we will do in the next. This is what is the algorithm says. Take partial products, group them and find the sum and carry vector. Then again these three are the groups and find the sum and carry. Now I don't have any partial products. Now I have a vector of sum and carry. So again I'll group them. What I'm doing, I'm grouping sum 1 from this, carry 1 from this, and sum 2 from this, a group of 3, and I'm finding the next vector sum 3 and carry 3. And I don't have any left out things, 3 group I cannot form for C2. So what I am doing is I will carry to the next level, and again I will make a group of C2 from the previous level, C3 and S3 from the current level. And again what I will do, I will find the sum and carry for that. Now I don't have any more to find the sum and carry group. So final left out 2 vectors are there, that is C4 and S4. I will be finding sum of these two and I will find the final product. This is how the carry save addition is going to work. We'll see with the same example what we have taken. See this, what we are doing over here, I have taken A, B, C as from partial products, first 3 partial products. As it is said, we will be finding the sum of these. So first the sum and carry of these. So 1 written as it is. Is there any carry? No carry from this. So carry always goes to next stage. That's why I have written carry in the next stage. The carry from this addition is 0 and sum is 1. Next. And you need not to add them, just you have to write in the next level. Now it is 0 and 1. Sum is 1, carry will be 0. Now it is 1 and 1, it is 1 0. So sum is 0 and carry will be 1 here. And again 1 and 1, sum is 0, carry will be 1. Again 1 and 1, sum is 0, carry will be 1. And again 1 and 1, sum will be 0, carry will be 1. And 1 it is, so 1 and carry will be 0. And 1 is the sum and carry of that will be 0 to the next stage. This is how we have to write. And this is for ABC and where I found sum for ABC, that is S1, and carry for ABC, C1. Let's find the remaining 3, that is DEF. Please remember the shifts should match. So I have stopped here, it should be on the next shift. So what I do now? Now I will be performing same way of finding the partial products and finding the partial sum and partial carry. Let's do the same task. One is sum and carry will be 0. And 1 is sum, carry will be 0. 1 and 1, sum is 1 0 and 0 is written here, carry will be 1. Now again 1 and 1, it is 1 0, 0 will be written here and carry will be 1. And 1 and 1, it is 0 and carry will be written over here. And 1 and 1, 0, carry will be written on the next stage. And 1 and 0, it is 1 and carry will be 0. And 1, it is 1 and carry will be 0. Now I found the partial products sum in S1 C1 and S2 C2. Now our job is to find S1 C1 plus S2. So now I am writing S1 as it is over here. You can notice it is 1 1 0 0 0 0 1 1. It is 1 1 0 0 0 0 1 1, and carry is 0 0 1 1 1 1 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0 0. Don't change the position of the bits. You should write as it is. Next, S2, that is 1 1 0 0 0 0 1 and 1. Now we have to find the sum and carry of this. That is 1 is 1 and carry to the next level is 0. 1 is 1, carry to the next level is 0. 0 is 0, carry to the next level is 0. 1 and 1, it is 1 0. 0 is here, 1 will be to the next level. 1 and 1 is 0 and carry to the next level is 0. 1 and 0, it is 1 and carry to the next level is 0. 1 and 1, it is 1 0, 0 here and carry to the next level is 1. And 1, it is sum is 1 and carry to the next level is 0. And 0 and 0, sum is 0, carry to the next level is 0. And 1, it is 1 and carry to the next level is 0. And 1, it is 1 and carry to the next level is 0. Now I found S3 and C3. Now to group them, I need a support from C2 also. So I am deriving C2 as it is. That is 0 0 1 1 1 1 0 0. So I got 0 0 1 1 1 1 0 0 at the same bit position. Now again let me add. It is 1 and carry to the next level is 0. 1, next level is 0. 0, next level is 0. 0, next level is 0. 1, it is 1 and next level is 0. 1 and 1, it is 1 0. Here 0, carry to the next level is 0. And 1, it is 1 and carry to the next level is 0. And 1 1 1, it is 3 now. Sum is 1 and carry to the next level is 1. Now 1, it is 1, carry to the next level is 0. And now it is 1 0, 0 here and 1 will be in the carry. And 1, it is 1 will be on the sum and carry to the next level will be 0. And 0, it will be 0 and carry to the next level is 0, but you need not to mention it because even though you are going to write 0 over there, it's not going to change the value of it. Next, now I have only two, that is S4 and C4. Let's add it. So 1 and 0 it is 0, sorry 1 and 0 it is 1, 0 and 0 it is 0, 0 and 0 it is 0, and 1 and 1 0 it is 0, 0 and 0 it is 0, 1 and 1 it is 1 0, 0 will be here, carry will be considered here. This is what is the difference you should remember. In the final you should add the carry to the next stage. Now it is 1 plus 1, it is 2, it is nothing but 0 over here and carry will be 1. Now 2 plus 1 it is 3 and 1 will be written here and carry to the next level is 1, and here it is 0, so 1 will be written, and 1 plus 1 is 1 0 and 0 will be written here and there is no 1 here, so carry will be written as it is. This is the final product. This is how carry save addition is going to work. This is the textbook I have used to explain complete concept of fast multiplication. Thank you.